Overnight, President Trump returning to the White House, detailing his plans for the future of Venezuela aboard Air Force One.
We're going to run everything.
Venezuela's ousted leader, Nicolás Maduro, who will appear in federal court today, seen arriving in the U.S. and accompanied by agents in New York. His wife, Celia Flores, one of Maduro's key advisors, is also in custody. Now, questions about how involved America will be as the country moves forward. The president initially saying this on Saturday.
We're going to run the country.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio responding on Meet the Press Sunday.
Who are those people who will be running the country specifically?
Well, it's not running, it's running policy.
But Sunday night, the president doubled down.
We're going to run it, fix it. We'll have elections at the right time.
And asked who's in charge.
I'll give you an answer, and it'll be very controversial.
What does that mean?
Because we're in charge.
And on whether American troops will be on the ground in Venezuela.
Depends on what happens.
The president also delivering a warning to Venezuela's interim president, Delcy Rodríguez, a Maduro loyalist, if she does not meet demands for what he called total access.
I just say that she will face a situation probably worse than Maduro, because, you know, Maduro gave up immediately.
Rodríguez, who initially denounced Maduro's capture as an illegal kidnapping, striking a more diplomatic tone Sunday night, saying our people and our region deserve peace and dialogue, not war. It comes as we learn new details about the highly coordinated mission in Venezuela to capture Maduro, including strikes and 150 American aircraft launched from 20 bases. A secret CIA team operated in the country since August using drones, and a person inside Maduro's inner circle, according to a source with knowledge of the matter, to develop a picture of his daily routine. The military used that intelligence to build a replica of Maduro's safe house for training. These new images reveal the damage inflicted by the U.S. military strikes that the Pentagon says were necessary to clear the way for its forces. A senior White House official tells NBC News that Maduro's, quote, overt arrogance, including his rejection of multiple offers to surrender and regular public dancing, helped persuade some within the president's team that Maduro was defiant and would not leave on his own. That senior White House official responding to the president's remarks about running Venezuela overnight, telling me the U.S. will exert its power in the country by control of Venezuela's oil, saying that the U.S. will keep its restrictions on the oil there in place for, quote, maximum leverage. Chanel and Craig.
Our chief White House correspondent, Peter Alexander. Peter, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.